Hello everyone, welcome back to another Watch Me Work on my channel where I am going to transform these really pretty jade nails into something super fun, like a pink ombre with some cherries, perfect for like bright summery weather. I just cannot wait for summertime. So here I am doing bright nails. So that's what we're going to be doing today. First, I'm going to remove her old design, and I'm using the Gel X bit from Erica's ATA for that, which is a little bit more of a intense bit, but I knew that she had like a lot of encapsulated stuff and lots of layers from her previous design, so I wanted something that I could easily cut through all of that and I don't have to kind of really like stay on one nail for a really long time. I don't want to do that. It's a waste of time. So I chose the Gel X bit and it worked great to file through all those layers. If you wanted to see how I did those jade nails, I do have a video on that as well. So make sure to check that out if you are looking for that. Now for the speed I'm using this bit at, it's about in between 25,000 to 30,000 RPM. So I do turn it up pretty quickly, but if you have it turned down too low, it can cause you to use more pressure and the bit not cut through the product like really smoothly. So don't be afraid to turn the e-file up a little bit higher so that it's really smooth and you don't have to do as much work. I love these bits too because they look really scary and aggressive, I know, but they're actually skin safe. So you can actually go and I don't recommend purposely doing it, but you see I get really close in the sidewall there and it doesn't cut her skin. It's totally fine. So don't be afraid of it. I highly recommend the Gel X bit or even the T-Rex bit. It's even a little bit more intense than the Gel X, but it's really, really great. They are great bits. And as always, you can use my code AMB10 to save 10% off any bits and implements from Erica's ATA. So I have everything linked down in the description box for you. Super convenient. Now you can see on this middle nail, she did have a little bit of lifting in the corner on the sidewall there. So for lifting, I always make sure and use my e-file and get behind the lift. First, I'm just thinning it out, and then I'm going to get behind the lift, making sure it's nice and thin, and then I can just pop that lift out. So it's super easy to use your e-file to get lifting out, and I wanted to make sure and leave that in there to show you guys that lifting happens sometimes. It's totally fine. Don't freak out. If you are having lifting on a lot of your clients, like most of your clients come back with lifting, then that might be something you want to kind of figure out and address. But sometimes it just happens every once in a while, so don't worry about that. So I'm just removing this design again on all of the nails, and then I'm going to start with her prep. So for the prep, I'm using the Erica's ATA Russian nib bit. If you watch any of my previous videos, I use this bit all the time. It's one of my favorites for prep. It's so small and petite that it gets into the sidewalls really, really well and gets that cuticle area nice and clean. I absolutely love it. Super, one of my favorites. And it is a diamond bit, so it's safe to use on the natural nail. You just want to make sure you use it at a lower speed, which I have mine on about 12,000 RPM. And you want to make sure you're just really gentle. Don't use any pressure. Just let the bit do the work for you and remove any of that stuck on cuticle. And then what I'm going to do after this is switch it into the reverse direction and go down the other side, the right side of the nail. And it's just going to open up that cuticle super nicely so we can get the product as close to the cuticle as possible. And I love when I see these side shots of her nails because you can see how that cuticle gets nice and open and it just looks so clean. I love it. Prep is one of my favorite parts. Now I'm going in with my Boss Lady nippers from Erica's ATA. These nippers have been out of stock for a while, so if you're waiting for them, make sure to sign up for notifications on the Erica's website so that you can get notified when they come back in stock. And as always, if you're not comfortable with this part, you can skip it. Do not have to worry about this part. I always just nip any of the skin that's like hanging up off of the nail. And then lastly, I go in with my ball bit from Erica's and I just polish around kind of the skin around the cuticle area. This gets that skin nice and clean. It just smooths out any little tiny bits of skin that might have been left over. And I love it because it can prevent hangnails. Usually when you use nippers can create like blunt cuts into the skin, but when you smooth it with this ball bit, it helps prevent hangnails and it just makes for a much cleaner, nicer cuticle area. And I have this, I'm using it in reverse, same speed, around 12,000 RPMs. Now it's time to move on to application. So I'm just scrubbing the nails really, really well with the alcohol or nail cleanser, whatever you have to use with your gel system. I just use 99% alcohol with a little splash of acetone, and that works great as a cleanser that you can make yourself, and it's very affordable. So I am just scrubbing the nails, making sure to remove any extra oils, dirt, debris, dust, any of that. You want all of that gone. And then I'm applying my primer, which is from Luminary. This is their Luminary Commit Primer. I use it for all of my clients. Doesn't matter what product they have on their nails. It's just a great all-around universal primer. So for my hard gel, I'm using my Trinity gel in the shade SW1. It's an all-time favorite, must have it in my collection. And I'm just doing a thin coat of that over the entire nail. Now this gel is a 3-in-1, so it already has a bonder built in. I don't have to worry about applying a separate base gel or bonding gel. I can just go straight in with the hard gel. And I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to go in with a really thin layer of that. You can see I'm applying a thin slip layer, and then I'm placing a little bit of a bigger bead of product on there and just floating that on and letting it kind of smooth out and self-level. It does a lot of the work for me, which is why I love Trinity so much. So yeah, it's an all-time favorite. So I'm just going to apply this on all of the nails, and I have her flash cure each nail before moving on to the next one. So it keeps the product in place so it doesn't continue to move around. If I tried to do all 5 nails before curing with this product, it's a little bit too runny for that. So I would probably have gel in the cuticles and sidewalls and all sorts of problems like that. So I just flash cure each nail before moving on to the next one. Now I'm just doing a quick file and shape, and these are some new files to me. These are the Luxa Polish Zebra files, and let me just say, they are probably going to be an all-time favorite now that I've tried them. They don't lose their grit like at all through the entire service, which I love. And I actually really like the shape, the curved shape of them, so I can go around the cuticle area really nicely. So they are 100, 180 files, and I absolutely love them. I think that they're going to be a new favorite. So you may be seeing them in my 2022 favorites video at the end of the year. They do need to be shortened a little bit. She does like her nails as short as they can go pretty much. So I'm just shortening them and then just going over quickly and just smoothing any little bumps out at all and just making sure they have a nice shape. I don't have to worry about building or shaping too much of an apex with these nails because they are short. She has really long natural nail beds, but if they were longer, I probably would, shape them into more of a like structured nail, but because her nails are so short, it's more of just like a nice overlay. I don't have to worry too much about it. So after finishing shaping, I went ahead and cleansed all the dust off and I started with the design. And then actually this is where my camera battery died and I realized that my second battery was at home and not with me at the studio. So I just switched to my phone and it's more of like a true angle of what I would see when I am doing nails. So hopefully you like it, but worked totally fine. I'm glad that I had my phone and I could still keep filming. So this is the inspiration photo from Instagram, and this is by Clara H Nails, and I thought it was so cute. I absolutely loved it. So first what we're going to do is apply a matte top coat over top of the shaped nails, and this is going to work really well for our ombre, and we are going to use the neon pigments from Magpie Beauty to do the ombre, and I love it. It works so well, so easy. This is the color Joy, and it's a super bright hot pink pigment, and the brush that I used to rub it in there is from Daily Charm. It's just like a nice fluffy brush. Just use kind of whatever you have that's just fluffy and soft. So I'm just dusting it onto the ends of the nails, and then I'm going to kind of wipe off the extra and then dust the rest of the remaining pigment kind of up the nails to gradually fade it up. And this method works so well for ombre, and I do have a whole video kind of showing this method of how to use the pigments for the ombre. So make sure to watch that if you have more questions or want to see like a full in-depth tutorial about that. So then I'm just going to rough up the edges. I'm filing the edges of the nail. This helps keep the gel from chipping over top of the pigment. So I'm just roughing up the nail and then dusting off any of the excess dust and pigment before I go in with the gel. And the gel I'm going in with over the top is the C&D Silver Shimmer. I'm so sad. I always show this in videos. Sorry, you guys, but this gel has been discontinued. Hopefully, I will find a dupe soon because I'm going to run out of it, and it's seriously one of my favorites for looks like this. It's just a really, really light, fine, holographic shimmer. So I wanted to drop in a little bit of loose glitter into that gel. So I'm using June, which is from Magpie Beauty, and it's a really nice hot pink, as well as Doris, which is more of like a darker pink and holographic. So I'm just using a dotting tool and just dropping in just a little bit of glitter into the uncured gel, and it's just going to add to the background of our design and just add a little bit of extra shimmer, just a couple little pieces here and there. So after I placed all the glitter in, I did another coat of that silver holographic shimmer over the top just to encapsulate those glitters in there and smooth over the top of those glitters. And then after I did that, I felt like there was a little bit of unevenness just from the glitter, and so I did do a quick buff over top of that just to make sure it was nice and smooth. It wasn't my original plan, but I just felt like it needed it, so I just went over the nails just super lightly, just a quick buff, so I'd made sure any little bumps or anything, or I don't like lumpy nails. We don't like that. We want nice, smooth nails. So I just a quick little buff just to smooth it out. And then for the nail art, I'm using gel paints from Magpie Beauty, a couple different greens that I mixed together, red and the hot pink. The accents gel plate line it. They're white and they're black. And for brushes, I used the tiny short liner. This one is from Zillabue. It's very, very thin. Love it. As well as the Magpie Beauty Premium Detailer number 6. So I kind of mixed up the colors that I wanted and I started painting on these cute cherries. I love them so much. So I just went over straight over top of that buffed nail. I didn't have to apply anything else. And actually the buffed surface will make it so your nail art doesn't run and it stays in place really well as you are working. So I just painted the circles for the cherries. Then I went in and painted the stems. And then I mixed a little bit of black with the red that I already had on my palette. And this is going to create some shading, so it mixed up like a nice darker red. So I added a little bit of shading to the cherries, and then I used my white to add a little bit of highlights. And honestly, adding like highlights and shading is really kind of what makes your nail art like level up and it looks a little bit more realistic, and I absolutely love it. So the shading just made the look, and then the little pops of the highlight just make them look like they're nice kind of shiny cherries. So cute. When I was done with the cherries, I went ahead and added a couple white 4-point stars around the cherries. I thought this just added like a cute little element to the nails, and I loved it. They look like they're sparkling and shiny little cherries, so adorable. So once I finished that and made sure all the nail art was nice and cured, and then just went ahead and top coated. I'm using my Light Elegance Super Shiny Top Coat. This is a hard gel top coat. And I cured that for 60 seconds, and then the look was finished. So this was the end result. I absolutely love this look. It's so cute and adorable. I love the pink ombre as well as the cherries and the little sparkles. It just twinkles as you kind of move your hands around. It's so adorable. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Follow me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.